Now we're back with a new groundswell of opposition rocking the political landscape. Between the daily rallies, the flood of phone calls, and now rowdy town halls, many members of Congress are getting quite the earful from voters. Republican Congressman Jason Chaffetz of Utah faced an uproar in his home state, the Beehive State, last night. Some harsh buzzes there in the Beehive State. The uproar later got so intense, Chaffetz had to cut short his town hall. Let's go to CNN's Phil Mattingly, who's live for us on Capitol Hill. Phil, is there any one particular issue that is motivating these voters?
Now, Jake, it's clear there's been a visceral response really to the Trump presidency on the whole, but the most strident emotional outcry has come related to the Affordable Care Act. And that makes Republicans nervous, obviously in the midst of the repeal and replace process, and very wary about what these early town halls could mean politically.
The bold promises made on the campaign trail now running headlong into the very real repercussions. Some of the reddest corners of the country are suddenly a hotbed of, in large part, blue backlash. Thursday night it was Utah, where Congressman Jason Chaffetz could barely get a word out before being shouted down. Over issues ranging from his oversight of President Trump to his health care positions.
If you want me to answer the question, give me more than 5 seconds to do it.
Or Tennessee, when pleased to save the Affordable Care Act.
And you want to take away this coverage and have nothing to replace it with.
Were not only numerous, but pointed.
I can't put all my trust in someone saying, we're going to make a plan, but we've had 6 years and we don't have a plan.
Exactly.
For Democrats, the initial town hall returns are a jolt of energy for a party still reeling after its November defeats.
This is what's
It's the groups on the ground, not the lead party officials who up to this point have been leading the way, officials tell CNN, and Democrats would know. Because if this looks familiar, well, it is, even if top GOP officials aren't certain how big it is yet.
The Tea Party movement was a true grassroots movement. This will look like a grassroots movement when it starts happening all over the country.
Tea Party-driven town hall tornadoes swept through the country, overtaking Democrat after Democrat throughout 2009 and 2010.
It needs to be dumped totally.
And eventually leading to the GOP wave that thrust Republicans back into power in the House. It's something that already has GOP lawmakers on edge. The topic of how to protect themselves, both politically and physically, from the raucous events, coming up at a closed-door meeting in Washington this week, sources say. Included in the presentation, this video of Congressman Tom McClintock being escorted out of a town hall by police. The message, sources say, this backlash is real. But whatever you do, don't do this.
And Jake, House Republican leadership very concerned about the political optics of that video you just saw, telling their teams and their members, work harder on your advance. Make sure you're prepared for this very real backlash that's occurring right now. And Jake, we're going to see a lot more of it. Talking to Democratic officials, they believe this is the seeds to what they hope is their next Tea Party. The big question is it sustainable, and will it help them electorally in